and I just can't wait to share with you. It's going to be starting next week if the Lord spares life. And I want you to get your friends, get your spouses, get your, prospective spouses, and anybody else that may benefit from this. Get them involved by clicking the share button. And just give me one more minute. I'm going to give you one more minute to share. Hope you're having a good lunchtime, a good day. And I'm happy about this. This has been a long time coming. And all right. So I won't take up any more of your time. Hopefully you'll get the replay if you didn't get everything before. So Quest and I, as you know, have been also in marriage ministry and trying to reclaim people's marriages for success, for phenomenal living. And as such, he has been the director of Thank God I'm Married at ETA. And, Simone and I have been doing other wonderful things regarding that as well, not with ETA. And Quest and I got together and launched the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program. And it's been going on very strong for a long time. And we're going to continue by the Lord's grace. And we have more than 100 episodes, including Marriage Moments. That is the 5-minute spot on Mondays. And then, of course, the full program every Thursday. Simone and I, my wife, are launching to broaden the ministry. And I'm just going to tell you one part of what we're doing to broaden the effect of supporting successful relationships. We are starting our program as well to supplement and even complement, because you have heard about our wives. You have seen Faith Green at many of the get-togethers and conferences that they have been doing there in the States and a couple of other places. And so now it's time for Queen Simone to come out of hiding. She's not actually hiding. We just needed to get some things sorted out. And so Simone and I are about to launch the Grown and Married program. And it's going to be a treat. So in a minute, I'm going to give you a 7-minute and some seconds audio primer of that program. And I just want you to share with as many people as possible, because we don't want to give the impression that the woman's voice is not heard in marriage. Quest and I are filling a niche that is not there, really, where a lot of men don't per se come together in a concerted way and make a contribution to the conversation to the broad scale of people. Oftentimes we get together and speak to only men or whatever. So Quest and I decided we were going to have a comprehensive approach. And of course, now Simone and I are going to do a very similar thing, but you're going to hear her voice in her thoughts, her feelings, and it's going to be a wonderful thing. I'm already enjoying myself. So yeah, it won't be live like Quest and I do on Mondays and Thursdays, but we're going to drop the program every single week on time, every Wednesday. And so in a second, you just give your keen attention to the audio and share with everybody. And I'll talk to you in a moment. All right. Yeah. So roll them. I guess I'm being silly for no reason. Play. Peace, y'all. It's your man, Dave. You may have heard me alongside my brother Quest on the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program. We're still going strong, and now it's time to take it up a notch. This is the Grown and Married program with my co-host, my rib, the queen of my castle, the queen of my life, Simone Harris. We've been friends for almost 30 years and married for almost 20. So we know a thing or two about making marriage and relationships work if you're willing to make it work. So gather around, y'all. Share this with your spouses, your friends, your frenemies, and yes, even your enemies. And let's make marriages phenomenal together. Queen Simone, I know you're ready. I know you're set. So let's go. It's our maiden voyage. Hello. It's the Grown and Married program with yours truly. I'm Dave, and over there, that's my wife. Her name is Simone. She has a sweet voice. She don't sound like Quest. Yeah, y'all know us from the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program. But it's time to jump off like you heard a little while ago and kick it up a notch and see what we can add to the conversation. You can never have too many good things to say about marriage. We always say that, the good things, people talk about it all the time, but sometimes you run into trials and you need a little bit of help. So that's what we're going to do. By God's grace, week in and week out, add to the conversation. So I'd like to welcome you to the maiden voyage. This is program number 1. I'm not going to tell you every week which number program it is, but I'm excited because Simone and I have been kind of trying to figure out what we could do together over the years. And we've been reaching out to married couples and those preparing for marriage, those suffering from negative things in marriage for basically our entire relationship. And so now we just want to add to the conversation. Hello, Simone.
Hey, David. How are you?
I'm good. Is that your radio voice?
Yeah, that's my radio voice.
Hey, David. That's cool.
But I mean, that's my regular voice, You don't think so?
Well, I mean, I don't, who am I? I'm just saying that it sounded good. Let's keep it like that. How about that?
Cool. Yeah, we'll keep it like that.
Well, we just recently celebrated 17 years of good marriage. And I like to add that word good, not saying it for a show. It is what it is.
It is.
And, I'm delighted. And oftentimes when we're doing the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program, Quest and I are speaking for Faith, speaking for Simone. So it's good to kind of have your voice here to see if I'm lying, I'm lying. It is what it is. But I don't think I'm lying. It's been good time.
Yeah, so. I don't think you're lying either. You wouldn't do that. And I've listened to a few of the programs and you're spot on.
Yay. Well, very nice. So in our maiden voyage, we're going to take it, make it real simple and talk about Mr. and Ms. Right or Mrs. Right.
Depending we were good friends and everything, right? Uh-huh. And we were at the reception because I don't recall seeing you at the actual ceremony, but I remember at the reception, I was standing there and I looked over and I was like, wait a minute, that's David. Mm-hmm. And I was in line with another good friend of mine.
Oh, yeah.
And, Gabby.
Yes.
And, I saw you and I said hello. And then I introduced her to you. Because she didn't really know who you were at the time. And, we talked, you and I talked for a little bit, trying to catch up. And then after you walked away, she literally said to me, that's going to be your husband. And I was like,
that is wild.
No, seriously, she said that. She's like, he's going to be your husband. And I was like, nope, won't be. Okay, so fast forward and, you and I, we finally kept in touch after, you not keeping in touch. Yeah, because, I would call your house and, say hello and leave messages. And at least I remember leaving messages. And I didn't
interrupt and see if this is a true fact checker. No, I'll just be quiet. Carry on. Never mind.
Okay, well, maybe there were a couple of times where I didn't leave messages, so maybe you didn't get the other messages. But anyways, I didn't hear a call back from you. I didn't receive a call back. So and we went out on a date. What did we go on a date first?
Well, let me put it this way. I saw it as a date, but that adds some layers to the story. Even though we didn't call it that, we just said, hey, let's go out. But clearly, there was an attraction.
Yes.
Yeah, I was attracted to you, not just physically. I mean, we were friends for a long time, so
right.
I was going to be physically attracted. That 11 years.
Pours himself out to the Lord, and the Lord pours that real love in him because God is love. Then I know that I'm going to be loved in the way He wants me to be loved, and then move on and wrote more things on the list, and then it just flourished from there. And then I gave my friend, my best friend, the list, and she and I prayed over it. Yeah. And as we prayed over it, during that time, you and I started getting closer. it was like, oh, wait a minute. I actually like him on another level.
Yes, praise the Lord for another level. I don't have the right look. I don't have the right sound effect for that another level.
On another level.
Mm-hmm.
And one day she just said to me, she's like, Simone, you know how Mimi like, sounds. Simone.
Yeah.
David is the one. And I was like, one what?
I get to be the one?
She's like, he's the one. He's the one. He matches your list. All of it. And I was like, no, he don't, because he's not rich. He don't have a lot of money. And she was just like, so all these things started going in my head. So and yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then after that, it's like you started making yourself known. And I was like, oh shoot, he actually does like me.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And then everything flourished from there. And I remember that feeling of, you can just exhale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
And I said, okay, he is the one. But Demetrius and I, we never stopped praying.
Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that primer. And like I said, please click the share button and let your friends know that at 3:30 New York City time, and I'm saying that because most of y'all don't know what Eastern Standard Time is. It is now August 8th. Some of y'all, like living in New York and DC and Philly and Trenton and places in the Northeast, you think you're on Eastern Standard Time. You actually are not. It is Eastern Daylight Time. So to avoid the confusion, I will say New York City time. So if you are in Jamaica, you're always on Eastern Standard. Half of the year, you're an hour behind those in New York City, as an example. So yeah, you're just going to have to do the time conversion yourself. So I'm giving you the time in New York City time. So you can always look on the internet and say, well, what time is it in New York City this month? And then you'll know exactly when the program is going to drop. Okay. So again, if you're catching it on the replay, thank you. And for those of you watching live, I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, the Lord spares life, when Quest and I come on at 2:40 p.m. with the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program. All right. Holler at y'all next time. Peace.